time, Coco's was the spot. And a lot of people went to Coco's because them hoes was fucking. So
one of our homies, Mendoza bang a stripper?
Yeah. That's the only reason why Coco's was popping. Because bitches was fucking. So when strip clubs, where all the bitches was fucking everywhere, bruh, Coco had no leg up anymore, dog. There's nothing special about Coco, bruh. The food took forever to get. It did have a good DJ, too. I remember that. The DJ was slapping that day. But yeah, bruh.
Isn't it one time?
It's just more curious as to why Joey Porter was.
Why would he be there, bruh? He played for the Dolphins, dog. And it was so funny. I just never forget that. I was just like, hey, yo, ain't that Joey Porter, dog? Just sitting by himself at the bar. And that's when I realized, bro, football players are not nearly as big as they look on TV, but pads make a hell of a difference, dog.
Yes, they do.
Nah, man, we were pretty far. That nigga looked like a big dude.
We were right next to him because we had to walk past. Coco's the smallest shit, bro.
No, I remember you're probably right, but no one noticed it besides you. And I remember when I seen him, we was already like a good couple of steps. You're right that it was small, but it could have been like, from here to like outside where the sidewalk at.
Oh,
nah, he was close.
Literally, Coco's. Remember, Coco's had the thing in the center, and it had the bar or the tables around it. So we were here. He was probably right there at the end of that table, bro. Coco's is not that big, bro.
Yeah, he was a distance, but he wasn't like far. Bro.
He was literally right there, bro. I was just like, oh, that's Joey Porter, bro. That's it, dog. But yeah, bro.
Shit.
Nah, dog. But I'm all jokes aside though. Like, I ain't gonna let y'all know. I was trying to just, we hot micing. I was like, fuck it, let's just record because I like this. But I do want to bring up something that's been bothering me, and part of the reason why I don't go to strip clubs no more, bro. These bitches are fucking lazy as shit. They don't fucking do anything, bro. Like, I truly feel bad for niggas who weren't alive or weren't old enough to go to strip clubs in 2009, 2010, 2011. The caliber of stripper that we are stuck with now is just pathetic, bro. Because they hire anybody, dog. They hire anybody to be a dancer,
who's willing to
bro.
pay that tip out, man.
Anybody who's willing to pay the tip out to get naked, bro, you get the job, dog.
Bro, I remember when we went to KLD. I want to say was it for your 21st? It was me, you, and Saul.
It was no, because when I went, I know you're talking about when the bitch walked up the pole with the bottle of her. Yeah, Dom was there, so it wasn't for me, you, and Saul. I know what night you're talking about.
The night where the light skinned stripper was dancing for us. It was the same night.
Yeah,
bro. She got off though. Like. She was like back in those times, like they didn't give a fuck about just going all out, bro. Like she was doing tricks in front of us. I was just in awe. I was just watching it all the
bro.
time.
Like, and I'm telling you, bro. Like, bro. I remember last time I went to and everybody who's listening, you might not be from around here. Like, if you're out of town, all of these are like majority Miami strip clubs, right? I remember when I went to the office. The last time I went to the office, bro. The bitch literally didn't even get naked. She just pulled her titties out and just walked around and did like a little two-step for 15 minutes. I said, what the fuck is this, dog? This is an embarrassment, bro. You think I'm going to spend money on this, bro?
Right.
Like, I hate it. Like, I hate it. When I went to the strip club, me growing up in the strip club, bro, bitches would do pole tricks, walk up the pole, splits, all kind acrobatics, bro. I felt like I was at Cirque du Soleil, dog. Like, for real, bro.
Flying graces, baby.
Bro, just titties. Naked bitches doing acrobatics, Ringling Brothers, dog. That's what I went to the strip club for, because it wasn't about just seeing a bitch naked or seeing some ass and titties. I got Pornhub, bro. I got the internet. I can see that. I go to the strip club to be wowed by true artists, bro.
Right. When you go there, you want to feel the ambiance, right? Mm-hmm. Like, especially, the time we grew up watching movies like Players Club and shit like that kind of, dramatize and glamorize strip clubs to a degree. So, when we started going back when we were younger, like, and this was a little over 10 years ago, it was different, man.
It was way different.
It was just different.
It was way different. Like, now, because the strip club has usurped the regular club. You feel me? It's literally, it's like, why go to a regular club when you can go to a strip club?
Right.
You're going to get the same quality of food. You're going to get the same quality of music, but you get to see naked bitches, bro. And I never forget it. One of my homegirls told me, she said, I only go to the strip club because niggas is focused on the strippers, so they don't bother me no more. Like, and I was like, that is fucking genius, bro.
That's pretty hilarious.
That is fucking genius, dog. I said, that makes so much sense. But yeah, bro, it's just like, bro, I stopped going to the strip club because I'm just like, y'all not performing. You just shaking your ass, bro. I don't care to see that, dog. That's a waste of my time, bro. Y'all not doing anything, dog. So yeah, bro, that's just my little rant on the new age, the new era of strip clubs and why I don't go to strip clubs, bro. But welcome back to another week of the Couch Bros podcast. I didn't really know what to talk about other than our Suicide Squad review, but like mostly all the time, things just fall into place, bro. So we do have a loaded show. But let's just get right into it, man. Suicide Squad, or I should say, The Suicide Squad. We'll lead with the review. It's so much better than the first movie.
So much better, bro. It's honestly like, and as I was watching it, it's just the Suicide Squad just did everything differently than the first one. Like the beats are so different. Like you had a reason to care about the characters. Like, for example, I'll give you one example, right? This is gonna be spoilers, by the way. I don't, if you haven't seen the Suicide Squad, we're gonna spoil it a little bit. But no, I'm just gonna put one example of just something that I saw that was a big difference in the movie, right? So in the first movie, we had Will Smith playing, I think it was Deadshot.
Deadshot, yeah, he was Deadshot,
and he had his relationship with his daughter, which was just the most generic Disney Hollywood shit ever. When we're introduced to Bloodsport in this movie, we see that his relationship with his daughter is fractured. Like, we are given a reason to actually give a shit. And we get to see that there's more to this guy than just being a cold-blooded killer who's OCD about shit. And they actually gave depth to their characters. The way they introduced the story, like, they completely set you up. Like, I didn't read anything about this movie, so they set you up for the okie doke. Like, I had no idea that what happens in the beginning of the movie happens, and it sets the tone for the rest of the movie. The way they had just the way the humor was seamless. Like the humor in the first movie, you could tell it was forced.
It was forced. It was forced because that movie came out after Guardians of the Galaxy. And I tell you, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the best things to happen in the MCU. It's also one of the worst things that happens in the MCU.
Why you say that?
Because every movie after that, not even just Marvel movies, had to have humor. It's specific Marvel humor at the cost of the movie, right? Like Iron Man. Iron Man had humor in it, the first one, but because Tony Stark is a sarcastic asshole, bro, it lent itself to that. Go look at the first two Thor movies. Where was the humor in those movies, bro?
Right.
They were dry, right? Where was the humor in fucking Captain America or Winter Soldier, bro?
Right.
But after Guardians of the Galaxy, every fucking movie needs humor. And it just forces people who are not as talented as James Gunn, who ironically directed Guardians of the Galaxy and this movie. It ain't because the humor, it's because he knows how to apply it.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. And he knows that these are ridiculous people who are running around in costumes, bro. Let's be funny. But the story that he's telling in his directing style lends itself to the humor. It's a match made in heaven. So when you had a movie like the original who tried to put humor in with the guy who was not naturally humorous like David Ayer, the nigga made Training Day, bro. Where's the humor in that, bro? That's not his fucking talent, bro. But
it's not.
It was forced. It was pushed in or whatever. But go on, Ross. Sorry to cut you off.
No, Herb. No, all perfect points, man. But watching, I'm just, I have the first movie to compare it to. Like Gerson here, he did the smart thing and he didn't watch the first one. You saved your time. You know what I'm saying? Like we watched the first one and I did I go to theaters to watch it? I think I paid to watch it.
Yeah, we did. I think I went with you.
Yeah,
we went together. Oh God, bro. Fuck.
No, to me, what's really funny is it being the first time I'm watching this. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm like, what's going on the whole time? It's just
okay. So to you though, right? Because this is where the movie had an advantage But it was I'm not going to say a disadvantage because at the end of the day, bro, it's how you absorb the movie. It's how you as a viewer enjoy the movie, right? But because the movie already had a pre-established history, they didn't waste no time setting up these characters, bro. You got 5 minutes and that's it.
Right.
You had to figure out, if you didn't see the first one, you had to figure out every single thing you can about what's going on, the universe that you're in, and what's about to happen and why everything is going on, right? Like the dude, Rick Flag, he was probably the main character of the first movie, bro. I think this nigga was in this movie for 20 minutes tops, bro. Like,
right.
So yeah, they play like they just assume that everybody watched the first one and you just got to catch up.
That's hilarious, man. And no, but like I was gonna say, man, it's just very funny, very gruesome, and I enjoyed every minute of it, bro. And I just left with thinking, like, how could they fuck this up? Like, this is
it's incredible,
such
right?
It's such. I mean, how could you, dog?
Because 2 reasons, right? The person who directed this understands how to play with characters and a lot of people and how they play off of each other, right? That's just like James Gunn just has a God-given gift to make character ensemble movies, bro. Some people can, some people can't. The original director there was no humor. He wasn't even looking for humor. It was gonna be a dark movie. But it just got butchered by the studio, WB. Like
the suits came in and they said, "Yo, you got to make this more like the Marvel movies," and we got what we got.
And he's not somebody. It's a completely different. But like this, though, like the older I get, okay, like I said, I said on one of our pods, right? Like me, I can only judge a movie, right? If I see a movie and it sucks, the movie sucked. But I have to be more lenient in why the movie sucked, especially if it's a movie from WB, because these dudes jack these movies up from like they're skeletons, bro. They're Frankenstein bodies by the time it gets to us, bro. Between all the reshoots, the rewrites, the re-edits,
they suck the life out.
They suck the life out of these movies, and you could tell because, like, even in that movie, if you watch that movie, Gerson, bro, like somebody, if you're like really paying attention, you realize where things were shot differently.
Yep.
You realize that the way the story is going, and then out of nowhere, something else just happens. That's a reshoot. That has nothing to do with the original story, bro. So you just get this mix mash of bullshit. That's why it sucked. We saw that with the original Justice League movie, right? Boom. Then that hack. This fucking guy's a hack, bro. All the praise I ever gave Zack Snyder, I want it all back, bro. This nigga's a fucking hack. He's not talented, but whatever, right? You got one victory, nigga. You got your victory with the fucking Snyder cut. You got your victory, bro. But this nigga, bro, that movie Army of the Dead was so bad, bro. Fuck this guy, dog. This guy does not have any talent, bro. I hate this guy. I fucking hate him. All right, I'm sorry.
No, man, get out your system.
You
man.
know how I feel when I talk about this fucking guy, bro.
I know.
All right.
I know.
But you saw what happens when you let somebody actually get their vision out, right? The Snyder Cut. That's a 4-hour movie. It's a good movie. It took 4 hours to make a good movie, but it's so different than the original version, bro. Because the original version was just some bastardized piece of shit, dog.
Exactly. Perfectly put.
And that's what happened to the first one, right? Now, even if his original vision came to fruition, it might still be a bad movie, bro.
Right.
But we'll never know. The end result was just a bad product. This one was something where the guy had carte blanche. He said the studio didn't bother him. They let him do whatever the fuck he want. And look at this. He has a fucking 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why? Because 0 studio interference, dog. You would think they would learn from this. You would think, bro.
You would hope so, man. And, and the people who win the most are those of us who got a chance to watch it and actually enjoy it. See, like, when you go and watch a movie, like, the worst feeling you have when you go watch a movie is to watch a movie and at the end be like, God damn, why did I waste my fucking time to watch this, right? So it has to be enjoyable, but there are reasons why movies are enjoyable that aren't just explosions and fight scenes. Like, you have to make us care about what the fuck we're watching. the best movies that we watch are movies where we see the characters and they feel real. We can relate to them. They have a story. They have growth. We see deception. We see plot twists. We see connections from beginning to the end. Like, this movie had all of that. And I don't know if this is a sign of DC turning the corner. I'm not going to get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? Because, but I will give them credit for getting someone who they basically had an idea of a movie they wanted to put out, and they found a guy who specializes in it, and they let him do his thing. And now you have yourself, arguably, I mean, this is probably easily the best movie in the DC extended universe, bro.
Yeah, because
easily,
what does it have to compete with, right? Wonder Woman, of which, hey, I never saw, but you said it was a good movie.
No, Wonder Woman was good. I mean, it didn't, blow anything out the water, but it was a good superhero movie.
Look what it had. Okay, so out of all the positive DC EU movies, right? There's only been 3 that are generally received as positive movies, right? Gerson hates one of them. That's Aquaman, bro. But what did it really have to compete with, dog? Like,
that's the thing.
And that's the problem. It had to compete with the original Suicide Squad, which is probably one of the worst comic book movies of all time. It has to compete with Wonder Woman 2, which is probably one of the worst comic book movies of all time.
Oh, man, Wonder Woman 2. Man, Wonder Woman 2 is a stinker, bro. Oof, man.
It has to compete with Aquaman. It has to compete with all the Supermans. It has to compete with Batman versus Superman, which is an awful movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it doesn't... It had a very...
By default.
By default. It had a very, very low bar to clear, but it cleared it by leaps and bounds.
Right.
It very easily cleared it, bro. Like, all right, real quick. What is your favorite moments from the movie?
Any scene with Weasel was hilarious, man. Like, Weasel just fucking killed me, bro. Especially in the beginning of the movie, dog. For those who didn't watch it, this is a little spoiler, but we thought it was hilarious. So there's a scene where they're starting the mission and they drop everybody off into the water, and like everybody else is chilling, but Weasel is like struggling. He's like drowning, and then Rick calls to the command center, just like, did anybody ever check if Weasel could swim? And then Weasel drowns. So it's like, and that's just one of the beautiful parts of this movie. Is from that scene alone, we get the idea that the film sets us up for, like, oh, this is why we call them the Suicide Squad. Like, niggas are gonna die off the rip, and then obviously you see what happens to the first squad. There's 2 squads in the movie, so yeah, that was anything with Weasel was fucking hilarious, man.
What about you guys?
I mean, I was gonna point at the same.
Go
same
ahead, bro.
moment,
That was
right?
your favorite part, because that shit. I'll say that, bro. That really set the tone for the entire movie, bro. Like, I laughed so hard, bro. The whole scene, I was laughing, dog.
Bro, the Weasel
because the
scene.
way he was drowning was just hilarious. Okay, we shouldn't laugh at somebody drowning. Like, everybody says the worst way to go is to drown, bro. Just the way that they go like, that shit was comedy, bro. I could not stop laughing, bro.
Honestly, the whole ambush scene was hilarious because you just see Mongal just get burned alive. You see the one nigga that they recruit to start the movie. He realizes what's going on. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And he meets his fate. Like, bro,
what was the one nigga name? TDK or whatever, dog?
TDK, the detachable kid, bro. And hey, that's what makes the scene before even funnier. Because the one nigga, the javelin guy, was like checking him about his name. He's like, yo, man, what does TDK stand for? He goes, it's TDK, it's me. It's me. It stands for me. It's a name. He's just like, so your name is just letters?
Bro, the part where they were shooting his limbs, bro, you just saw him on the fucking...
And you see him scrumming on the fucking beach ground.
Nigga, that movie was hilarious. My favorite part, by far, was the scene with King Shark, bro.
Oh, my God.
When he was reading the book on this upside down, right? He's pretending he knows how to read, but it's upside down, bro. That shit was hilarious.
Oh,
bro.
Man, it was, man, and that's the thing, man. Like, it was an enjoyable movie to watch, man,
from the start to finish, dog. I will say this though, I realized I have a problem.
What's up?
My problem is that because, okay, to people who don't know, usually when we watch these movies, I make it into a movie night. I have people over, food, everything, right? I'm starting to realize, bro, because this happened with Godzilla and this happened with this one. I think I just get too drunk during these movie nights, man. Because our homeboy Prescott, who was over here, right, he was like, there was a scene that was really funny, and he looked over to me to laugh to see if I was laughing too. And he said he looked over, but my head was cocked back, my mouth wide open, bro, snoring and shit, bro. I literally passed out for like 10 minutes of this movie, bro. There's 10 minutes I have no idea what happened, bro. And there's parts that I don't remember, bro. I got to put pieces and bits together, dog.
That is fucking hilarious, man. But you know what? Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to give James Gunn a shout out, man. Like this guy, like there's something to be said as someone who was more of a bigger comic book fan when I was younger, but it's still a huge comic book guy. But he knows how to like get the best out of characters like this, bro. And the Suicide Squad movie he told us kind of like, I've read a couple Suicide Squad comics, and it's kind of like that. Like, it has that dark humor. It has that, like, Amanda Waller is the cold bitch that she was in the movie.
She was
like,
a cold bitch. Viola Davis is an excellent,
man.
excellent
A1 actor, man. Black All-Star.
Like, excellent.
Black All-Star.
Like, how do you act like a person like that? You have to be that person. Because that's not acting what she was doing, bro.
Oh, my God, bro.
Like at all, bro. Like, she's fantastic. But go on.
Yeah, man. And it's just, it's just something to be said about his respect for the source material. Just the way he was able to put the story together. We got to see Starro in a movie, and it was good. I remember watching Starro on Brave and the Bold. The Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon. Like, oh man, damn, that would be a creepy ass villain, and they actually made it work, bro. Just hats out to them, man. And hopefully this is a sign that maybe Warner Brothers, God, hopefully they see this and go, maybe we should just hire people and let them do their thing, and we'll have some
we know
more
it's
success.
not gonna happen, bro.
I can hope. We can only dream.
You can only hope and dream, dog. All right, next up, this is for hip hop. This is for the hip hop heads. If you're not really into hip hop, bro, just skip past this part, bro, because we are going to talk about the destruction that happened in New York City. One of the only really good positive things that came out of COVID, and we've mentioned this on several occasions, is verses, right? There's been a lot of lows in verses. Trust me, they ain't all great,
right?
But they've had some really good highs, like the Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind and Fire. Fantastic. That's music history, right?
Gucci Jeezy. Music history.
This right here, though, this latest verses is probably the best of all of them, right? Dipset versus the Lox, bro. What was supposed to be a good battle turned into a bloodbath, man. Jadakiss proved that there's levels of talent, there's levels of artistry, there's levels of performing, there's levels of rapping, and he literally washed these niggas by himself, dog. It was so bad, bro. This shit was so cold, and it was so amazing what he did. And I don't say this lightly, bro. There's no state in America I hate more than New York. There's no brand of people I hate more than I hate New Yorkers, bro. But the shit was so raw, bro. I was like, bro, I wish I was from New York, bro. It made me jealous. That's how good it was, bro. That's how good he was. That's how good the Lox were, bro. So I know you're not really into the whole versus thing. Pretty sure you didn't watch it, Rod.
Nah, I didn't watch it.
I know you didn't. Yeah, go ahead.
But I would say that I did like read up like people's comments about it, and I am not surprised that the Lox watched Dipset, nigga.
Okay, so this is what happened, right?
Not surprised.
If this was strictly how it used to be, when both people were on IG Live and they weren't in the same room and they just played songs, it would have been a lot closer. Because me and Gerson, we were before we started recording, we had a conversation. If you want to really talk about hits, Dipset has more hits than the Lox.
For sure.
The problem is that it's no longer an IG Live thing where you're here, I'm here, we're just playing our records. These motherfuckers are performing these records now.
Right.
And the level and execution of performance is what did Dipset in, bro. They never had a chance, bro. They never had a chance, bro. And I don't think they thought that I don't think they thought that Jadakiss was coming like that. Even though the whole time leading up to this, he told him, I'm going to kill you niggas. I'm going to destroy you niggas. I don't think they took him serious. Well, I know they didn't take him serious, bro.
Right.
Them niggas ain't even remember their own lyrics.
They just came for a check, bro.
They just came for a check, but at some point, you got to have pride, bro. You can't let a nigga mop you like that, bro.
And that's the thing. When there's verses, you're representing your own legacy.
Yes.
Like, you have to be in tip-top shape for that, bro. Come on, man.
Here's where you're wrong. I understand why you think you're right, but here's where you're wrong, bro. Whoever fuck with Dipset is still gonna fuck with Dipset. They still gonna jam to their shit.
Of course, because it's not no real battle.
I'm not expecting that to
and
change.
that's my point of why it can't mess up your legacy.
Nobody ever said it'll mess up their legacy.
No.
I never said anything about their legacy. I never said that.
Like
I said represent. I didn't say anything about that.
Because at some point, like what I said.
No, but if it doesn't damage them, bro, that's my point. If it doesn't damage them at all, we all can look at it, and maybe they lost the right to talk junk.
No,
that's all.
What my argument is that at the end of the day, and these ain't no new niggas. These ain't these young niggas with fucking 5 different colors in their hair, bro. They come from an era of hip hop, especially New York hip hop, where it is battling. That's what the Locks brought to that. At some point, if a nigga whooping my ass, I gotta fight back. As a man, bro. I'm not just gonna lay down. Where's your? And I know that is in there because Cameron was talking shit back with him. He just didn't have it because he didn't understand what was on the other side, bro. That red corner has something different, bro.
I mean, here's what I would say. If they brought better energy, if they actually practice and stuff like that, maybe. But the biggest reason why they lost is because they just did not show up at all, bro, to perform or anything of that sort. So, like, what you want to say, fam? You got to take the L. You didn't come tip-top. You didn't come training. You didn't do nothing like that. You thought you could just roll up, say some bars, get paid, and that's it, dog.
I read somewhere that Jim Jones fell off the stage. Is that true, man?
No, so I don't know if he fell off the stage. Probably. I don't know. But what happened is that It were times where I felt like it was gonna get ugly, bro. Like the nigga Cameron kicked Styles P, bro, because Styles P was trying to take the nigga shoe off, bro. So Cameron kicked the nigga, bro. Fucking Jadakiss yanked off fucking Joel's bandana, the classic bandana that's wrapped up, bro. Took that shit off her head, threw it on the fucking ground.
Oh damn, bro.
Nah, this shit was okay. This is why I loved it, bro. Like the Trina and Eve one, they weren't gonna actually battle, right?
Right.
They're 2 women. They weren't gonna battle. Like, that was a celebration of, hey, I respect your songs. Hey, I respect your songs. I was happy for Trina because a lot of people who don't listen to Southern rap got to experience how legitimately dope Trina is just as a rapper. Mm-hmm. Fuck the subject matter, right? That's irrelevant. She could rap on a technical level. Like, you saw her, breath control, cadence, all of that shit. And you saw her like, damn, Trina could really fucking rap. We knew this.
Of course.
You feel me?
Of course.
But there's motherfuckers in New York and New Jersey who didn't know that. Cool. This is what the fuck a versus is supposed to be. Like that Method Man, Redman shit. That was a fucking joint concert, bro. That wasn't no fucking versus.
Yeah, of course. And you had to expect that.
Hated that shit.
You had to expect
Hated
that, bro.
that shit. It's like these niggas side by side rapping each other lyrics. That's not verses, nigga.
Right.
This was verses.
Facts.
Jada, Sheek Louch, Styles P. They came to step on these niggas' throats, man. They came to kick these niggas in the fucking balls, bro. And that's what they did. And it was a massacre. It was to the point where it got so bad, it didn't matter what Cameron played, bro. Jim Jones played We Fly High, Know Why, You Know This, Ballin'. Didn't even get a reaction, bro, because it was already too far gone, bro.
Damn.
It didn't even matter
Ballin'
at that point.
if Ballin' don't get a reaction, you got
it was too futile at that point, bro. The damage was done by the time Ballin' came around, bro.
I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and the funny part is they said maybe they would have been better if they let Jim Jones be the leader of it. They started off with Cameron, but Cameron didn't give a fuck. He's the one that really... Like they said, the part where like he was gonna exit the stage before it even started, And then,
but the thing is though, like Cameron is the one. Like Cameron is the real MVP of Dipset. So
not yet, not now.
It doesn't matter. It's about your hits. Who has more hits than Cameron? How many hits does Jim Jones have?
Jim Jones.
Seriously.
I mean, honestly,
you cannot name 5 Jim Jones songs. Bro.
I cannot. I won't fight that, but apparently he's the guy
he's the hottest right now for sure. That's
my point of maybe if they come on, man, it's about energy. If Cameron didn't give a fuck, you might as well. At least Jim Jones brought energy.
But I don't want to say Cameron didn't give a fuck. I watched the verses. Cameron was
he was tired of them talking shit. That's what he was done. Like that's where the energy was from. It ain't because he cared to actually perform right.
But he was performing. Like if you watch, I'm telling you, bro. I watched the verses, bro. Cameron was performing. The nigga that was trash was Jewels, bro. Jewels was rapping like a nigga who forgot he was that thought he was just there as a fan, bro. He was the real nigga that didn't know what the fuck was going on. Where Cameron fucked up was after Jadakiss did his freestyle to Who Shot Your Freestyle, which was cold as fuck. Cameron tried to freestyle and then he lost. It's like an old nigga that came out of retirement, bro. Nigga tried to freestyle. He tried to really freestyle, and that shit was so whack, bro. Forgot, got stuck, and it was just like, come on, dog. Like,
no, Cam, no.
Yeah, man. But nah, back to the put it like this. The issue was you saw a group where they had issues. They really didn't fuck with each other for a long time. They just started back getting cool. Versus a group who's been friends for over 30 years and never had an issue with each other. Like, that's really what it was. You saw two different groups. You saw people who don't even live near each other, probably don't even talk to each other like that, versus people who really have camaraderie, bro. There was real chemistry. Jada was rapping everybody's lyrics, bro. Like, everybody's lyrics. He was rapping Styles and Sheik's lyrics, verbatim. Jewels couldn't even rap his own lyrics, bro.
They said he was like 4 bars ahead or something.
He was rapping, yes, bro. He was rapping before the track. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? It's like this nigga never rapped a day in his life. He never performed a day in his life, bro. And you just saw the levels, dog. And me, to get off of the verses, I do want to talk about Jadakiss himself. I've always had a high reverence for Jadakiss. I've always have. One of my favorite rappers. I've always maintained that he is one of the few rappers I can honestly say that I have never heard a bad Jadakiss verse. It's impossible. Even if the lyrics aren't all that, his delivery is so on point that every single line matters. He is a flawless rapper. He has everything you need. Mm-hmm. Cadence, breath control, stage control, crowd control, lyricism, wordplay, and he has the greatest rapping voice of my opinion, bro. Once you hear Jada,
that nigga's rapping voice is cold as fuck.
It's flawless.
Cold,
and you saw that on full display. Like the best part about the verses wasn't even the verses, bro. It was Fat Joe's reaction, bro. That shit was hilarious. 45 minutes of comedy, bro. You gotta watch it, dog. You don't even have to.
I'm gonna watch it now.
You don't even have to watch the verses, bro. He gives you everything you need, dog. That nigga said, bro, it's just levels. I'm quoting Fat Joe. He says, there's levels to this, man. Jim Jones, Cameron, Jewels, they fine. But Jadakiss, he's elite.
Fat Joe's hilarious.
So that's why I like these verses more than anything, bro. It gives people who are not truly familiar with all these dudes' work a chance to say, oh my God, that nigga was cold. That motherfucker was hard. You know what I'm saying? And you go double back and hear shit or whatever. Go back to listen to these classics that these guys gave you, bro. All right. Next subject, though. Let's get some sports talk, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, USA has won the gold medal again. And it is kind of fucked up how we treat the USA men's basketball, bro. Like, we only care when they lose, bro. Like, nobody cares when they win, bro. Nobody fucking cares when they win, bro. At all, bro.
Bro, and you know what it is? It's because winning is just the expectation when it comes to USA basketball. Like, I know a lot of people were panicking when the U.S. dropped a couple of exhibition games. I know in the group stage, people were panicking when we lost to France. But, I mean, it was pointless, bro, because what ended up happening in the end, the USA came through. your boy KD Gerson, he had the top 5 performance, man. How you feel about that?
I was ready to hate on him, bro. I like that this nigga lose in the Olympics too, because I feel like people will forever bring up that toe on the line shit for against Giannis, man. His toe was on the line. They're gonna forever bring that up. So I was like, if this nigga lose the Olympics too, bro, I'm roasting these niggas, man. I'm roasting them, but they won, man, and congratulations, bro. I'm not a hater in that sense. So.
Oh yeah, you know what? I do want to bring this up. I was watching and I know we're talking about USA mostly, but I do want to bring this up. Well, the France and Slovenia game was a classic game, bro. I got to watch like the final few minutes of it. It was in the morning, so my coworker is a huge basketball fan. He had it playing on his phone, and we were watching the final minutes of it before we went off to do what we had to do. And I gotta give Nick Batum some credit, dog. He has an all-time block. I don't know if you've seen it, Gerson, but that nigga had an all-time block, bro. And
on Luka?
No, Luka kind of had an opportunity to shoot, but he had been having a bad game. I think he shot like 5 of 18 that game, so he hadn't been shooting well, but he was flawlessly passing. So he gave it to one of his guys, and the dude looked like he had a clear lane to the basket to drive and hit a layup, and Batum just came and destroyed him. And I remember watching it in real time, like, oh my God. Because I kind of wanted to see Slovenia versus USA, even though it would have been the same result.
Yeah, it would have been the same result. Because I was rooting for that too, right? But from everybody on USA wanted France because they wanted to get the rematch, right?
Right.
But back to USA. There's a lot of different angles that we can have when it comes to this conversation. Starting with KD. KD is a cold motherfucker. KD is the greatest hooper of all time. It's over. Mm-hmm. I will give him that, right? The funny thing about KD is that this nigga has no life, bruh. Only thing he wants to do is hoop, dog.
That's all he cares about is basketball.
That's it, bruh. Like, the nigga don't got no kids, don't got no significant other. He doesn't have no outside interest, bruh. He just wants to hoop. This nigga's been to the past 4 fucking Olympics, bro. What old nigga like KD who already has multiple gold medals is still going to the Olympics, dog?
Nigga loves basketball, bro. With his heart and soul, bro.
It's not even, bro. Obviously loves it. He just has nothing else to do, bro. Like, he has nothing else, dog. He's just a hooper, bro. That's it. Funny thing about this, though, right? We got to see how hilarious it is to always have to have an immediate opinion about something, right? Niggas lost to Nigeria. The world is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas lost to France. The world is coming to an end. You saw, and recently, Draymond Green has been replying to everybody who had, and he's been going in on Kendrick Perkins, bro. Because Kendrick Perkins has all kinds of tweets, bro, talking about, oh, the rest of the world's come up, this, that, and the third. Draymond Green ain't having none of it, dog. And it's fucked up because we're supposed to root for these niggas. They're playing for the country, bro. Like,
right.
But it's just so much more interesting when they lose, bro.
It is.
And that's what it comes down to, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They got KD.
Right.
That's really what it came down to, bro.
Never in doubt, bro. Like, never in doubt, bro.
KD even said it, bro. He said it's cool. They trying, but this skill is unmatched, dog. Like,
yo, that nigga said that shit with such confidence,
because he knows it. And I don't even think he's saying, he's not even trying to be cocky, bro.
I know he was just being real, dog.
He's just being honest, bro. He's just being 100, bro. Like, that nigga looking at every nigga on the court, even his own teammates, like, y'all niggas not even on my level, bro. Y'all not on my level, dog. Y'all not on my level, bro. Like, so you telling me Evan Fournier ain't supposed to be on my level, bro? Goran Dragic, bro. Get out of here, dog.
Rudy Gobert,
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you saw how people were going after Greg Popovich. Oh, Greg Popovich overrated. Won a gold medal. Okay. Like,
right. What now?
What now? Like, and that's just what it comes down to, bro. But in regards to this, though, what do we do with the guys who are starting to build their legacies with international basketball? Because that's a part of basketball too. That's a part of your legacy too. And I think that never actually gets put into the equation when it comes to the greatest of all time, or your legacy. Like, you could make the argument that Carmelo's the greatest international basketball player of all time, bro. Like,
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I had this conversation before with someone, and I basically told her no one cares about that, bro, because like it's not necessary, fam. We only care about MVPs, finals MVPs. You establish it. What you do in the NBA is what really counts. Like, I understand that other people got, and that's all. That is just extra. I'm not gonna boo-hoo it or whatever. It's just extra. But we do truly only care about what's going on in the NBA to establish, who's the best.
I think it's because it's been lopsided for so long, right? If international basketball was more competitive, like everybody was on our same level and you never know who actually won, or it wasn't a foregone conclusion, winning a gold medal would mean more. It's just the fact that it's a foregone conclusion, bro. Like, that's really what it comes down to, bro.
But it should be, because even though they would have a lot of great players everywhere else that makes it to the NBA, they shouldn't be able to assemble a better team than the American team.
Right, but so put it like this, right? Like, the reason why they won, if KD wasn't on that team,
no, they would lose.
They would lose.
Yeah,
they would have lost. They would have lost because so many of our best scorers are just not built, or they're just too accustomed to the NBA. And Dame even said it. Dame was like, yeah, I can see why Luka said it's easier to score in the NBA than it is in international basketball. There's no 3-second rule, and they don't call fouls like they do in the NBA, bro.
No,
so you got all these.
They let them play, bro.
Yeah, they let them play. So you got all these niggas doing this little bullshit. Oh, jumping into a fucking defender and all that nonsense, bro. Instead of playing basketball, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Instead of playing basketball, dog. So you saw all these dudes struggle. Dame was unplayable. Like, Dame is not built for international basketball. No, sir. No. You know what I'm saying? KD is, because KD is a basketball purist already, dog. So it didn't matter, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna still talk sports though, but I do want to transition though. So keeping up with basketball. Last pod, we talked about the implications of Russ going to the Lakers, right? But like I said I want to see how the team gets fleshed out. The team doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense, but it doesn't make any sense. If LeBron wasn't on this team, bro, I would have no faith in this team, bro.
No, I want to be honest with you. I think the only problem I have with it is Carmelo. Like, I feel like we already did the Carmelo and Russell Westbrook. You already have two people. You already have one person that's got to only focus on offense anyway. It's bad when you have two. So,
but the thing is, they're not going to play on the same time, though. Like,
okay, bro.
No. Carmelo wasn't even a starter on the Blazers. He's not going to the Lakers.
No, but there's going to be times when they both on the court.
For sure. I understand
and
that.
That's going to be terrible.
But this is the reason why. And we're not just going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to talk about free agents in general. But
Right.
This is my actual issue with the Lakers. What is the roster? What is the starting lineup, bro? Like, right now, the potential starting lineup is what? Anthony Davis. And again, this doesn't matter because they have too much talent with LeBron James and everything. LeBron James is going to make it work. But your starting lineup is what? Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Wayne Ellington, and I don't even know who else. Trevor Ariza?
I got you.
Like,
Right,
Malik
right.
Monk? Like, I'm confused, bruh. So, I saw people going crazy. Oh, shit, the Lakers got Kendrick Nunn. Nigga, no.
No. Kendrick Nunn is good.
Kendrick Nunn was good for 4 months, bro.
Nah, he's been a good player. I mean, I think
He was good for 4 months, bro.
Nah,
There was a reason why he was a 24-year-old rookie, my nigga.
no, I get you, but I feel like if you need him to get you a bucket or so, come in the game, he's perfect off the bench or whatever they choose to do.
Kendrick Nunn is Deion Waiters with a better publicist, bro. That's what he is. Basically Deion Waiters. And trust me, for what he's going to be for the Lakers, that's fine, bro. He don't need to be anybody. Kendrick Nunn could get a bunch of goose eggs, bro. It's irrelevant to the Lakers, dog.
Yep.
Absolutely irrelevant. Whatever he does is just a bonus, right? I just don't understand the rotation. I got to see the rotation.
Right.
That's my thing when it comes to that team, bro, because Trevor Ariza is not who we think he is, bro, anymore.
He's been around, man. He's an OG in the league, man.
Facts. Trevor Ariza can't defend like he used to no more.
Right.
Carmelo don't play no defense. Russ don't play no defense. Malik Monk doesn't play any defense. Wayne Ellington doesn't play any defense. Right? So it's gonna be interesting to watch watch this shit come together, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, it's funny because the West has just become so much more interesting, man, because you have now LeBron and AD, and we're going to see how they recover from injuries and come back. But when you look at the Lakers, bro, offensively, I can see how they're going to dominate, but they let go of some of their better defenders, and I don't know, man. Like, the West is getting better. You know what I mean? The Suns, we'll see where they go. I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting.
They can only go down, bro. They can only Chris Paul is fighting Father Time, and eventually, he's been getting steadily worse. And I feel like it's either he got hit the wall during the season, or he's got to come in the season like, oh, this nigga's done. So, but he's been doing it with his mind. But eventually, brother, body gotta give up, man.
I mean,
and they gave that nigga 4 years. He robbed him, dog.
Oh no.
He robbed him.
Hey, CP got his money, man. CP got his money, man. He got his money, man. I ain't mad at him, bro.
Listen,
he got his money, man.
Bro, when he fucking opted out, everybody was like, oh, he might go to the Lakers. Nigga, that nigga's not taking $1 less. Like, I be trying to tell these motherfuckers, bro, like, 9 times out of 10, these niggas is not leaving money on the table, bro. If they do, it's like a couple million, bro. Like, you might get a situation with David West, right, where he gave up $15 million and took a $1 million deal to go to San Antonio, didn't win, and he was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go to the Warriors. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get this fucking ring, bro.
I don't think did he win? He won one, but
he won with the Warriors. But what he did is he gave up money to go to the Spurs. So he was going to make $15 million. He was like, nah. So he took a $1 million deal with the Warriors, and that's when KD went to the Warriors, bro. There was just nothing you could do, dog. And then he was like, I'm going to make sure I get this ring, and then went to the Warriors the next year, bro. And then got his ring in 2018. Cool, whatever. But the odds of the top guys doing that, no. Even when LeBron, Chris Bosh, and D Wade did, they only gave up the person who gave up the most was, I think, D Wade, and he only gave up $2 million, bro. These niggas ain't really sacrificing money, dog. Like, no, niggas.
Of course.
Because you'll never get that money again, bro.
I mean, I hate when it depends on how you do I think it depends on how you do your business. Unless you, I see people that, Tom Brady did it for years, bro. That's why he won. He always took a pay cut. He always made sure they had. That's a sacrifice certain people have to make to get their money. What's his name was well underpaid, bro. Michael Jordan was well underpaid for most of his career, bro. So at the end of the day, it just works like that. But Chris Paul robbed them, fool. 4 years? You got to understand, fam. You kind of looking trash now, bro. You want 4 more years, bro?
No, bro, you are worth what somebody's willing to pay you, bro. Do I think Lonzo Ball is worth $85 million?
Yes, no, he is, man.
Why?
Oh, man. Gerson, you were really all Lonzo.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Nah.
You telling me these niggas that make $20 million, Lonzo can't make $20 million?
Lonzo made $20 million because he went to a team that has to spend the money. Did he get $20 million from a contender? Fuck no, nigga.
He might, though.
No, he wouldn't.
No.
He might.
Why do you think he went to the Bulls? Because the Bulls were the only team, I'm
pretty sure there was plenty more teams
no
that
contender.
wanted.
Bro, did the Clippers want to give him $85 million? No. Any team
it depends on who they had to give up.
Doesn't matter.
I'm dead at. They would have gave if
Gerson. There's a reason why the teams who give. Name me one of these guys who's making $20 million who you don't think is good. That's on a contending team, bro.
I wouldn't have their name
because it doesn't exist, bro. Those guys go to bad teams or teams with no kind of that are in the dumpster fire because you have to spend 90% of your cap. These teams have to spend the money anyway, bro. And there's only 12 people on the team, bro. So they got to give you money. They don't think Lonzo Ball is worth $85 million, bro. But they got to spend the money, so they just said, fuck it. Because who's going to come here anyway, bro?
Fair assessment. Fair assessment, but I think he's worth $20 million.
I feel you. Trust me.
And possibly more, but
there are players who, like, listen, when the Wizards gave Otto Porter a max contract, I said, my child has to play basketball. The Wizards gave him a max contract. Otto Porter hasn't been good since, bro.
Man, I forgot Otto Porter. Bro, blast from the past, nigga.
Otto Porter was a restricted free agent. The Wizards didn't want to give him a max contract. They didn't want to. But because he was restricted, they had to match the offer sheet of another team that was willing to give him a max contract. And they were like, you're just important enough. And as soon as he signed it, the nigga went to being trash, bro.
I would have never gave it to him, man.
Doesn't matter, but that's what I'm saying. You have to spend 90% of your cap.
I got you, bro.
So you're good. You have to spend.
But
anyway.
I would contest that there's more teams that would have gave it to him. Would they be good teams? Maybe they believe they'd be better. Maybe not a contender. I think the Clippers. I think the Clippers would have won.
Not going to give that nigga.
Come on, man.
Bro.
Come on,
get out of here, nigga.
Oh my
Stop
god.
it.
You know how many people they give up for him?
Who would they give?
Because they actually want a point guard.
Nigga was a free agent. They had the opportunity like everybody
else. He wasn't
else.
A free agent.
Yes, he was. He was a free agent.
He wasn't a free agent.
So they traded for him.
It was a sign and trade.
Who did they trade?
What do you mean? I'm talking about the Bulls and the Pelicans.
Who did they trade?
Who did they get back for him?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it was a couple of picks and like 2 garbage niggas. I don't know, bro. I just know it was a sign and trade, bro. That's it. We don't have to do this, right?
No, we do, because it's like, why Lonzo, bro? There's so many good players to really just...
Because he's actually really good, bro.
No, he's not, bro.
Come on,
he's a serviceable role player,
all right,
bro.
fam. If you say so.
He's a serviceable role player,
if you
man.
say so, bro.
Hey,
we don't need to do this, bro.
I know we do, because I need to make it make sense to me.
What do you mean, fam?
Because it ain't making sense to me, bro.
How?
Because what do you mean? How you gonna ask me how? I gotta ask you that. I need to be the one to ask you
this
how.
This nigga shoots 38 from 3. Average 14 points this year. 6 and 6. Like, come on.
He's
like,
a good role player.
If y'all can see her expression.
He's a good role player, bro.
Bro.
Like, what are we talking about?
We'll see.
Listen.
We'll see.
Listen. Hey, listen.
Different situation. Gotta actually have the ball in his hand. We'll see, fam. We'll see, bro.
This nigga's on his third team, bro. His own
it is
team,
what it is.
Even the Pelicans said he's not worth $80 million.
And
bro.
that's what they said. And that's why they got to lose
That's why
Zion.
he had to go to the Bulls, a 25-win team,
I feel
bro.
you, brother.
Because they had to spend the money.
So what's going to
anyway.
happen if they actually start winning next year?
They not, because it's the Bulls, man.
All right, brother.
Like, what we doing, man?
I feel you. I understand.
Hey, man, that boy Gresham.
Listen, dog. You are the epitome of loyalty, dog. You ride or die for your niggas,
you know what, man?
You ride or die for your niggas, man.
Whatever you say, bro.
All right, other free agency things like Kyle Lowry. That was ridiculous, right?
Why you think so?
Because you got a slightly better version of Goran Dragic. Like, and Kyle Lowry's 36. Like, what are we doing?
It's his age. You're right.
Yeah.
It's his age, but like, you know what? I feel like he's just very serviceable.
Serviceable, yes.
Point guard, and you know he's really great on defense, tenacity. Like, I always liked this game. I thought it was unfair when niggas used to shit on him like that.
I'll say it was unfair, nigga. He earned that. What are you talking about?
Man, come on, dog.
He did.
He earned it being called the baby dinosaurs. What are you talking about, bro?
No, there was a time where
he was truly a bad playoff performer. Bro.
He was a historic choker, bro.
Listen, to me,
Like,
it depends. It depends on the level of player.
Your boy Kawhi helped him get rid of that fucking.
No,
reputation.
that's true, but nonetheless, like, there's a level. Like, unless you on Kawhi, LeBron, other KD level and whatnot, I don't, hold you against that. And
no,
Kawhi's not.
Only reason
Kyle
I would
is
hold
not
him
there.
against that because it wasn't that he was a bad performer in the sense that he had a low shooting percentage, like Kobe, right? One of the greatest things about Kobe is Kobe was fearless. He could go 1 for 10, bro. He's still gonna keep shooting. Kyle Lowry there were times where he was afraid to shoot. I don't give a fuck what level you on, bro. If you afraid to shoot the ball, if you got goose eggs, bro, you going like 1 for 4, bro, because you just don't want that kind of pressure. It doesn't matter what level you're at, bro. And that's why I said that Kawhi Leonard is the best thing to happen to Kyle Lowry's career, bro. Because the nigga had a really good finals, bro. He wasn't even good in the playoffs. He just had a good finals.
That's fine. Kyle Lowry was good in the finals.
He was good in the finals. He was not good in the playoffs,
Listen,
bro.
hold up. This is the
Fred
thing.
Van Vliet was better than him in the playoffs, bro.
Facts.
No, I'm not. You're absolutely right. But this is the thing of like when the reason why Toronto won, they were great on defense. And Kyle Lowry really
And
helped.
because Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant got hurt. That helps too.
I'll accept KD, but I feel like even with Klay, they would have lost.
I don't think so because they were able to run their system. It's not till Klay got hurt where you saw, okay, now it's different. I think with Klay in there, it was close enough. From the games that I saw,
it would have went 7 if
it would have went 7.
If
That,
Klay don't
no,
get
that's
hurt, it goes
fair,
7.
but I just still feel like Toronto should have
Fair
won.
enough. Fair enough. But if 2 of your 3 best players get hurt, bro.
Hey man, it is what it is. It's life. That's what happened with the Cavaliers
right.
the year before.
But I just don't want that to overflate Kyle Lowry because I think that's what people are doing, bro.
There's no overflay. He's a really good player, bro.
He is. But is he that much better than Goran Dragic?
Yeah. I had Goran Dragic for a couple of years. Yes, bro. I would have took if we had.
What happens when niggas don't actually watch players, bro? They just watch their own team and think they're getting better when they get somebody else from another team.
No. Him at this age, you're absolutely right. He's maybe just a little bit better than Goran Dragic right now. But as a complete player, career wise,
I'm
Kyle
not
Lowry,
talking about career. I'm talking about the nigga that you're getting right now. Yeah. His career is irrelevant. I'm not arguing that. Kyle Lowry is the greatest Raptor of all time. That's not my argument. I'm talking about right now. For what it took to get him, is he substantially better than Goran Dragic?
I mean, Goran Dragic has been a very like hit and miss player, bro. Like he's been injury prone and stuff like that. So I don't believe Kyle Lowry is. And that being,
let me ask you something as a Heat fan, right? And sorry to cut you off, but this to me, I feel like this is a more important conversation.
Yeah.
When is Pat Riley gonna realize it's cool to just bow out, bro? This is not a move that makes him a contender, bro. In my opinion.
No, well, I actually really like this team way more than last year's team because at the very least, like we're really gonna be able to defend. And like the offense may be
the
a
Bucks
little
and
bit.
the Nets, y'all not getting past them. I'm just gonna put that out there. That's what
honestly
matters. Not getting past them.
Like Bam Adebayo's been getting better every year. So if he takes another leap, I don't know. We got the better coach out of him. Out of Philadelphia or fucking, Nets. So I don't know. The talent is, Nets is way better and with, it's kind of even, man. Like I'll pick fucking Bam Adebayo and fucking Jimmy Butler before I take Middleton. So, I mean, I give my team a very good shot, but sitting there be like, yo, man, nah, I won't say that off rip. They're better than those two,
but that's why I asked you that question because
it's better than not being in the top 4. Like I like the fact that it's consistent.
As long as you're in the playoffs, it doesn't matter because literally, all you need to do is win a road game, bro. It's irrelevant. The home field advantage is irrelevant.
Because I remember when we just had D Wade and it was like a struggle to get out of the first round. Like this is a way better constructed team. Even though we don't have the star power like everybody, like I don't mind being really good. That's why I felt like if Kawhi came here, I'll give this team a way better.
Yeah, but you don't have Kawhi.
I know, I know, bro. So it is what it is. But I do actually like the fact that I have a good team.
But but this is what I'm asking you. Like, do you want to be competitive or do you want to truly get better. Like, trust me, I understand what Pat Riley's doing because in Pat Riley's mind, anything can happen. We saw that with the Nets. Fucking James Harden fat ass literally on beginning of the game pulled a hamstring, bro. Kyrie got hurt because Kyrie always gets hurt, bro.
Right.
Niggas were literally an inch away from not even the Bucks being champions, right? So anything can happen. Niggas get hurt. You want to put a competitive team to give yourself a fighter's chance. All I'm saying is that if you're that desperate to the point where you like Kyle Lowry for 4 years at 35.
I thought it was a 3-year deal.
3, 4, it doesn't matter, bro. If it's a 3-year deal, bro, he's gonna be making a lot of money at 38, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that and that's just what I'm saying. Like that urge to always try to put yourself in the game. If it nets you saying, yeah, fuck it, let's do the Kyle Lowry deal, maybe you need to reevaluate things, bro. Because you didn't need Kyle Lowry, bro. Like, in my opinion. And there's a lot of ifs, right? If Bam Adebayo gets better. And he probably will. Natural development. The problem is that you still need Tyler Hero to get better.
Well, at this point, no one's really putting their hope on Tyler Hero.
Which is crazy. A year ago, he was supposed to be... Listen, I listened to a lot of sports radio. There were people who were saying, and when I say people, Mike Ryan from the Dan Le Batard show, and he spoke for a lot of Heat fans who were like, no, I don't want Tyler Hero in a trade for James Harden, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look what the fuck happened, bro. The stupidity in that. I said that for the jump. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck who it is. It's James Harden. What are we doing? There were people who were so enamored with Tyler Hero because of what he did in the bubble. And now we really need, after this season, we really need to say, hey, the bubble was just its own thing, bro. That was not regular basketball.
Basketball was different.
This nigga Jamal Murray went 21 for 25 in the game, bro. Like, that was not basketball, bro. Nigga had 50 points with 5 free throws. That was not regular basketball, bro. That was something entirely different, dog. Like, these niggas are... That just shows, like, put it like this. The bubble, because it's completely different, the no crowd element, these niggas are so talented, bro. Like... The crowd is...
T.J. Warren was a superstar.
T.J. Warren was a superstar, right?
You remember that? Like, T.J. Warren, man. That's bubble basketball, bro. Jimmy Butler led a team to the finals, man. No disrespect. But that's bubble basketball, bro. You know?
Oh, my God, bro. All right. Real quick, we can do quick hits. So we go ahead and transition before we close out the show. All right. Let me see here. Where my notes at? Which one do y'all want to tackle first, bro? So we got the situation with Dr. Dre's daughter, this nonsense that Kanye West is doing, and I have another headline: Coast Guard seizes in Miami. The Coast Guard seizes $1.4 billion worth of cocaine and marijuana, bro. Which one do you want to tackle first?
You gotta start with that.
Go ahead. Yes.
1.4. How much?
$1.4 billion worth of cocaine and marijuana, and it just makes me wonder because, like recently, right? I've been watching a new show on Netflix,
Cocaine Cowboys,
The Kings of Miami, which is not. It's paying homage to the original Cocaine Cowboys, which is probably my favorite documentary of all time. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that. Mm-hmm. And that's way back. I literally watched that bitch on DVD. Before Netflix, before all that, before streaming all that shit.
Cocaine Cowboys is a classic, especially if you live in Florida.
If you live in Florida, it's one of the... You have to watch it. You have to watch it. I've watched that millions of times, right? So I've been watching the show, and it's just like... I hear that number, and 1.4 billion is a lot, right? But compared to what these guys were doing in the fucking 80s and 90s, that's nothing. That just shows you, like, how much money these people... Bro, they said Pablo Escobar in the 80s was worth, if you really... if you calculate it, like, just off an assumption, right? They think he was worth $1 billion. But his estimated worth was like almost $30 billion, bro. Off of cocaine, bro. He had so much money that he had to put in the ground that there's money that Pablo Escobar still hasn't, like, that hasn't been dug up, bro, because he had that much money, bro.
That is incredible.
It's incredible.
That is incredible.
It's incredible. So when I see this 1.4 billion, yeah, that's a lot of money, but that's nothing compared to the apex of this shit, bro.
You know what? When you bring that up to me, in my head, I'm just thinking like, whoever lost that, like that nigga, whoever lost that money, man. Like, I hope you escape with your family.
Nah, but honestly though, when you do this, like at this level, you gotta account for that loss, bro. Because you're sending so much, you know some of it's gonna get seized, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Like, you don't want it to get seized, but that's just the name of the game. At this level, yeah, you know it's gonna get seized, bro. But 1.4 is a lot, bro.
That's a lot, man. Whoever fucked that package up, good luck to you. Even if this accounted for, somebody fucked up.
Listen, bro, me doing this, dog, I already know, bro. It's probably not wise to say this because, you know, this is recorded. It's going to be public domain. Nigga, one of these Oyes, bro, let me get a wand. Let me get a motherfucker, what's it called? Be like, hey, papi, let this shit go through. Got $1,000 for you, papi. Yeah, let me get that, dog. Let me get that, bro. Don't worry about that, dog.
Nigga, that's an easy stat,
that's
man.
Shit. You got $1,000 for me every a week, 2 weeks? Nah, not 2 weeks, bro. I ain't gonna lose my life for 1,000. Like, give me like 10,000 back, bro. What, nigga? Please, bro. The amount of money, like, put it like this: if 1.4 was caught, bro, then $10 billion worth made it through, bro.
Exactly. Imagine that's just the remnants, bro.
That's just the remnants.
Eesh.
That's just what you caught. That's what the Coast Guard caught, bro. And I'm just amazed that it's like, how are these niggas still getting this shit across, bro? Like,
they pay off a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of corruption that goes on in this shit, bro. That never often gets addressed, but it's definitely apparent.
Listen, man, we live in South Florida where the entire fucking East Coast at the beach was built with cocaine money. All the hotels,
this is very true.
All the towers, all that you see, man, beautiful cocaine money, man.
Miami Beach is literally built off of cocaine.
It's
and
incredible.
People are gonna come like, because you know we understand what Miami Beach is. Right. It's a tourist attraction, tourist city, whatever, right? But us being from here, knowing that Miami Beach, because remember, Fort Lauderdale used to be the tourist place of South Florida. It wasn't Miami Beach.
Right.
Miami Beach was uppity. Miami Beach was really whitewashed, bro. It wasn't cool to go to Miami Beach, bro. The cocaine money completely changed that, dog.
Right. It turned it into an attraction.
It turned it into an attraction, bro. Which is crazy. Because all of the money that the DEA, the FBI, the government seized, that they turned into all these skyscrapers, these fucking buildings, these clubs, all of that, bro. It's all cocaine, bro.
It's fascinating, honestly, when you think about it, bro.
It's so fascinating, dog. All right, so anybody who's if you got a chance, watch Cocaine Cowboys, bro. We'll never get old, bro. All right, Dr. Dre's daughter. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, man. I ended up stumbling upon the story when I was looking for stuff on the internet, and I just found it interesting that you know, because we hadn't seen Shannon. You know, I'm a regular viewer of Undisputed. And I just thought it was weird that we haven't seen Skip and Shannon on there, bro. Is it COVID?
I don't know what it is. I was wondering, do you think it's outside of the backlash for this?
Nah. They could be on vacation. I was just wondering if that was because
they never took this long of a vacation ever.
I mean, but this didn't happen like prior to them taking off. This happened in the middle. So I just assumed Shannon Sharp had a lot of time on his hands and decided to make a comment. But apparently, to those of you who are unaware of the situation, so our boy Uncle Shannon decided to jump into the lion's den of the internet, and he made a comment on, you know, a situation that's going on where Dr. Dre's daughter, who is 38 years old with 4 children, is allegedly homeless, and Shannon Sharp, you know, being who he is, always speaking his mind, he tweeted, a 38-year-old grown woman trying to shame her father into taking care of responsibilities she created. Now, as you can imagine, in this era of internet, especially during these times where, you know, you really can't say anything like that to about women, bro. Like, it's just, when you say things like that, it's gonna draw attention. And of course, people came immediately in droves attacking Shannon. And Shannon Sharp apparently just didn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of funny. I was looking through some of the tweets because I was wondering. I was like, I know people. The moment Shannon says something about this, there's going to be people who are swarming against him, which is fine. People are entitled to their opinions. So you had one person who was just like, stay out of that family business, Shannon. And Shay Sharp goes, tell her to stop running to the tabloids. We wouldn't know. Shannon, man. Anybody who watches Skip and Shannon, you know how he is. One person was like, you really shouldn't comment on every situation, Unc. He goes, you did, why can't I? So we have another person who went on, they go, my child could be 40 years old and I'd never allow them to live in a car. I'd never allow my grandchildren to live with my child's friends, quote unquote, knowing how hard it is out there, Shannon. And Shannon goes, that's you, but you can't be upset with Dre. She said the assistance stopped in 2020. Did you ask yourself why? So as you can see, Shannon Sharp, man, you can go ahead and come at him, bro. My dog is not going to relent one bit. Here's another one. He goes, he's a billionaire. She's his daughter. This should never be okay, and you shouldn't be celebrating it. Shannon goes, with the opportunities he's presented her, she should have 2 to 3 businesses.
and that's where the conversation gets tricky, right? Because like earlier, I mentioned that me and Gerson had a pre-conversation before we recorded, like we normally do, right? One was basketball related, and or Dipset related. I'm sorry, and then we had a conversation about this. This one is tricky because I'm pretty sure she's one of his bastard children, right? Mm-hmm. Or whatever, right? And there are 2 arguments and there are 2 sides. At the end of the day, he fulfilled what he was supposed to do. He supported her. Supported her to 2020. That means he supported her till she was 37 years old, bruh. But there's the other side of the argument, which Gerson doesn't agree with, and I completely understand. The only reason why he supported her is because he knows that it was his selfish decision for her to be alive in the first place, bro. This bitch ain't asked to be here, dog. But at some point, there has to be an onus on you as a person to not be a leech. Mm-hmm. Yes, you didn't ask to be here, but now you're here. I did not ask Carmel and Hennick to make me, bro. I was cool, bro. I much prefer not to be alive and not have to pay bills, bro. Much prefer that, bro. But now I'm here. I got responsibilities. I got shit to do. They had me. They made the decision to have sex and not fucking get a plan B, because I don't think Haitians understood that, bro, at that time, bro. Didn't know that was a thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm here now. And I'm not homeless. And I have a lot less opportunities than she did. And I'm not homeless. We're in my apartment with my name on it. My father is not a fucking billionaire. My father did not support me till I was 37 years old, bro. I'm not even 37 years old, bro.
Right.
So it is a conversation where it's very layered. I don't necessarily agree with Shannon speaking on it because I know why he did. Because he was speaking not only to other people, he was probably speaking to his own children. Mm-hmm. Because for him to really go out there, it had to feel close to home for him.
Right.
Because how many other celebrities, former athletes, had an opinion on this or tweeted about this, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this was not a message to us. This was a message to people in his life that he probably felt like he had to cut off for whatever reason. So he could empathize with Dr. Dre. Even with that, I still wouldn't have done it. But hey, it's the internet. You have a Twitter.
Done it?
No, I wouldn't have tweeted it. Because when you're Shannon Sharp, when you're one of these people, it's like.
I was talking about the conversation of being Dre in that situation.
I don't know. It's just my personality. I know how I am. I would have probably supported her longer than I needed to. Like Shannon said, you don't know what made Dre stop. Right. I would have supported her to the end of time, but if there was a reason for me to stop, then I would have stopped, knowing myself. But I'm not Dr. Dre. I have no idea what happened, right? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once she's 18, he doesn't have, actually 21. He has no reason to support you at that point. If he cut you off, he cut you off. You should be happy that he still supported you till 16 years longer than he had to.
He paid your rent and he gave you an allowance. And this is Dr. Dre, so you know this is big money. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's hard to comment on people's lives because it's not like we could see and understand and analyze every decision and choice a person made. You know, that's not for us to judge either. But at the end of the day, there has to be some accountability for her as an adult. Because there's those of us out here who's like, we have our own places, we're paying rent. You know what I'm saying? We're not homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we work for ourselves. Like, at some point, like, she should have thought about herself at some point, especially in this climate, in this society.
Well, like I said, man, being 38, man, there's no sympathy for you at that time, bro. But I want to address something that Herbie said. Like, the bastard child thing, fam, I feel like that's nasty as a man, where people don't take the full responsibility of their child because they're the bastard child. I think that's wrong. Like, even if I had a wife and I had a child outside of marriage and whatnot, I still got to take care of my kid, bro. It'd be like, I know, like, that's nasty too. Like, a woman know you got an outside kid. You can hate the fact that I have an outside kid, but like, tell me to treat my kid bad, don't take care of my kid. I think that's nasty. But I know it happens though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's part of life, man, unfortunately. You know?
Yeah, because like, put it like this, right? Just because you're his child or you're a child of money, right? Like, say Michael Jordan decided to say, Marcus, who's his oldest child, Marcus, I ain't giving you shit no more, nigga. And honestly, bro, Marcus has no talent. I hate Marcus Jordan, bro. Now, I'm not envious of him. I just hate him because he is a product of everything that his father built, right? Now, he used that to his advantage. He opened up his own business called Trophy Room, which is a sneaker place or whatnot, right? But there's nothing wrong with that. It's nepotism, bro. White people do it all the time. My issue with Marcus is he has an inflated ego. Nobody cares about you, Marcus.
You are definitely in your father's shadow. Like, you are bathing
Nobody
in
cares
your
about
father's
you.
shadow. Yeah.
However, there is, for whatever reason, I'm not even gonna say whatever reason. I take that back. That's a poor choice of words. Michael Jordan would never let any of his 4 kids or 3 kids from his original marriage. You know what I'm saying? Who knows if he got any bastard kids or anything like that? I know what you just said. Motherfuckers gonna be good to the day they die, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right? The problem with her is that if the nigga was taking care of you and you did nothing with this, how are you getting your rent paid and you end up homeless, bro? That means you had no idea to fend for yourself because you never thought you would need to. But at the end of the day, this nigga didn't have to do anything for you after 21. Legally.
Yep.
Legally.
And he kept it going.
And according to what I read, one of the reasons why he cut her off is because how she talked about him in the public. You spoiled.
You bit the hand that fed you.
You bit the hand that fed you, bro.
Like, wow.
Now look at you, bro. Who fucking cares? But people who don't know, when they just see that, they just immediately see, oh my God, Dr. Dre's an asshole. Dr. Dre is selfish. How could you do that? You don't know what led him to that point.
And that's the problem with today's media and news indulgence, bro. It's just like, you know, people will read a headline and they won't do the actual research. Like, there's always more to a situation than what you're reading a headline. Like, you have to actually do a little digging. You actually have to try. Like, people have gotten so lazy is that you read a headline and then you have an opinion immediately. It's like, how can you have an opinion if you have no information to base this off of? You're just literally reading a headline. You know, like, a lot of the people who are infuriated are just reading the headline. They're just like, oh my God, this is so wrong. It's just like, why don't you do a little digging? Like, inform yourself.
Well, I didn't care what the story said because, like, as soon as I seen 38-year-old that he left to be, like, I was like, oh, you stopped taking care of him now. That makes sense, man. You 38, fam. You know what, bro?
Bro, you almost 40, bro. Come on, man. Like, stop. Like, let's be real. Like, and you got four. Bro, you got four kids,
She
bro.
has 4 fucking kids.
You got 4 kids and you 38, bro. And you mad because your daddy don't want... Come on, dog.
Nah, that's wild, bro.
I'm sorry.
All right. Lastly, before we check out, this fucking guy, Kanye, man. Listen, on the last time we talked about Kanye West and his rollout, right? I said that multiple people could do what he did, which is fill out a stadium to just watch this nigga in the center play his own music, right? A lot of people could do that. This is where I feel he's unique. The second listening party for Donda, very few people could do that because very few people have that imagination. That is his talent. The fact that he is literally in his own world and his reality is so warped that everything he does, he thinks it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, bro. You really have to be a narcissist to do this, dog.
Kanye has achieved the max level of supervillain, bro.
Nigga, there is a video of him with his security, right? And his security is trying to push people out the way. He tells his security, he says, no, watch this. And he just does this. And what I'm doing, I'm just reenacting, just moving my hands out the way, bro. And he just did that. Walked through a whole sea of crowd, bro. People moved out the way. In his mind, bro, he was Noah, bro.
He parted the Red Sea.
He parted the Red Sea, bro. And it's like regular shit. He really thinks that it's special. And you have to truly believe this about yourself because nobody who's sane could do what he did. And trust me, it works. Because people fall for this shit, bro. We all fall for it. And what I mean the masses, bro. He literally didn't do anything. He sat in a circle. He literally went to sleep during the performance. He just went to sleep. He had a mattress. He just went to sleep while the songs are playing. What are one of the first things I seen? New York Times. Kanye West. A masterclass in performance art. Nigga, that nigga was sleeping on a mattress. What are we talking about?
Bro, life is literally like a Boondocks episode now, bro. Like, we are living in the Boondocks reality right now. I swear to God, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. Are you serious? Oh, Kanye sleeping in a mattress, 5 stars. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Oh, my God,
like,
bro.
It is incredible. It's truly, truly incredible to see people be so enamored with fame, the idea of fame. If I did the same exact things that this nigga did, niggas would throw tomatoes at me, bruh. They would throw tomatoes at me, dog. But because it's Kanye, the idea of Kanye adds a grandiose factor to it that doesn't actually exist. Nobody's smart enough to say, yo, what is this nigga doing, bro? Nobody has the self-awareness to just really ask themselves that.
No,
dog.
but here's the thing. Anyone that would pay enough money to go see this person is the fool that he's talking about, the fool that he sit there and say, I'm a god to. That's who he's talking to, and that's who's buying his tickets. We are going to sit there and look at him and be like, this nigga's ridiculous. But to the people that idolize this nigga, bro, they gotta sit there and be like, damn, fam, you see how this nigga lay down, bro? like it's just levels to this shit. And at the end of the day, if you believe in someone so much, you just gotta sit there and spend the money. It is what it is, bro.
Let me tell you something, man. If you a nigga that wants to fucking clean between Kanye's toes in the shower, stay away from me, man. I'm not trying to deal with that, man. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't see the ambiance and the grandioseness of it all. I'm sorry.
Neither do I, bro. But all right, man. With that, man, that's another week down the books, bro. We will see y'all next week.
Indeed.
Deuces.
Peace.